Hey guys, in today's video, we will talk about the next downside of studying abroad, which is high cost of living. So why is the cost of living abroad is much higher compared to Vietnam or in Nha Trang where we live right now? So the one of the main factors that drive the cost of living high over there is the supply and demand. When we go abroad to study, we usually go to popular cities, right? Like New York or California in America. In Australia, we have Sydney, Melbourne, those cities where there are a big population. So when there's a big population, meaning there are many people, the demand for food, for housing, for everything, it's going to be high while the supply is going to be low. That's why the price will increase. Then we have the currency exchange. When we exchange Vietnamese dong into like US dollar or Australian dollar, it's gonna cost us quite a bit. For example, $1 is equivalent to 26,000 Vietnam dong. That's a big difference. Because of the currency exchange, when you convert that to USD and you buy things in USD, it's gonna be more expensive. For example, here in Vietnam, when you go to McDonald's, you can buy a burger for around 80,000 Vietnam dong. While in the US, the cheapest one is almost $4 already, and the good one is around $13. Pho in Vietnam, you eat it for around 50 to 60,000, right? In the US, it could cost around $17 a bowl. So it's much more expensive. Another factor that drives the cost high is the fact that people can make more money working in those countries. Let's say, for example, in the US, the minimum wage is around $16 to $20. That's for like the basic job working at a fast food restaurant. People with higher professions can make even more money than that, maybe $100 to $200 per hour. That's why things can get really expensive over there. Like for example, the examples that I gave you in class last night, where I have five bread and there are like five of you. One guy is rich. He will spend more money to get that bread because the supply is low, right? So yeah, the economy works like that. So people who are rich can afford to buy things at a higher price. That's why they keep increasing the price to make more money. That's why everything will get expensive eventually as times goes on. So those are the reasons why studying abroad will be so expensive. But if you're a good student, there's good news for you. You can look for scholarship that will support your studies. There will be companies and organizations that will pay for you to go study abroad. After you graduate, you can work for such organization or companies, right? They will pay for your tuition. They will also pay for all your expenses. So you don't have to work or look for a job when you're there. You just have to focus on your study. So if your parents can afford to send you abroad to study hard, be a good student, and look for scholarship. That's the solution. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.